For the reasons I stated earlier is why I feel we should immediately get the ball rolling with the production of MRS. In a small study of 10,000 Americans found that 53% of people skipped breakfast. 53% of 10,000 Americans skipped breakfast, and that's just 10,000 Americans. That ain't all Americans. You know, Not only is it alarming because we know that 53% of those 10,000 Americans could potentially be experiencing or suffering the negative side effects from skipping meals, and the biggest one we know is nutrient deficiencies. We know the negative effects that people can experience from nutrient deficiencies. How many of these 53% of Americans experience fatigue, poor concentration, and those are just a few. You heard I talked about the negative effects associated with that earlier. You know, this could be affecting their jobs. It could be affecting their families. And they potentially could not even realize that skipping a meal could do that to them. They're not informed, and it's our job to really get the ball rolling in the production of MRS, and help people globally understand the negative effects of skipping meals. And the biggest one being, the biggest side effect being the nutrient deficiency. You know, I believe MRS will make it quick, fast, and easy for people with busy time schedules to not miss meals and to not have to deal with nutrient deficiencies. Which is why I'm asking for the immediate hire of employees to get started in the production of MRS, and I want them to have access to unlimited amount of funds. Again, people are skipping meals every day, and they just don't realize the harmful effects for skipping those meals. And not only if they're eating fast food, or they're eating, making poor choices, they could not be meeting the nutrient demands anyway. So they could just be eating a bunch of junk food and not meeting the nutrients required. And again, I specifically want to target each region. Each region has certain rules, or certain vitamins, or certain amount of grams of protein that they require for their daily requirements. Hey, it doesn't matter if we think it's right. Okay, it's what they want, and we're going to give them what they want. We're going to put everything that they require that for their population to be healthy. Each population, we're going to make sure that their population is getting everything that they require. Again, China may not require so many grams of protein versus Americans may require more grams of protein. So again, it doesn't matter if we think it's right or wrong. We're going to give them what they want, and I believe we're going to experience the success, and the rewards will be far greater.